The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 20 carries, 55 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came with 3 in it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here's the Panthers punter now. Adam Humphries deep to return. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson got his open man. It's Carr. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
On 2nd down, Shipley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Simpson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Simpson to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Shipley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Shipley.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd down, Simpson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Travis. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Panthers at 6-3 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But two good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw. And I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Travis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
From the gun on 3rd down. Simpson. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Off play action. Simpson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Second down and 4.
Operating from the gun, Travis. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Off the play fake, Travis. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Travis. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. To throw on 2nd down. Simpson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Carr. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st down, Simpson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Carr. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 1st down. Simpson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So
underway this weekend in the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend, beginning with the NFL's first ever game in Germany. Seattle and Tampa Bay from Allianz Arena in Munich. Oh, that'll...
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw.
Simpson.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Off play action. Travis on the move to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Travis. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that, because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they had so far, the field goal. On second down now, Shipley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Simpson. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fielded just inside the 20.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And
over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Shipley.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. On second down, Shipley.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. Usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, Travis. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off the play fake, Travis. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Operating from the gun, Travis. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Looking to throw, Travis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jamie Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw on 2nd down, Travis.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. They'll look to throw. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking left side, he's got it complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it.